Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Tuesday, April the 10th, and this is the market overview looking at the Dow SPX VIX TNA UUP FXE GLD SLV XOY XLF and whatever else happens to come our way. Okay. Well, today was rather incredible for the Bears. I mean, just an amazing day. Dow breaking and closing below this important previous floor, way beyond the lower price consensus level. Just really pretty. What is there to say? This looks terrible. The only thing that's holding it up possibly would be the lower Bollinger Band. That it's so far below it. Normally this only happens when you have a cascade run to the upside or the downside. Certainly we could be in the middle of that. I'm actually surprised that it's doing so well to the downside. That is pretty amazing, considering all of these months of just bears absolutely impotent to do anything, and here it's doing this now. Amazing. Short-term moving averages just busting up the long-term moving average bar. Everything going down. Everything. 60-minute time frame. Take a peek. See what we're working with, and boy, that sure is a waterfall there with the short-term moving averages. You'll notice that everything isn't perfect in the 60-minute time frame. Stochastics 14-day RSI moving average locked in the lower position down on the RSI. Attempting to roll back a little bit with the MACD histogram, and we have positive divergence still. But wow, it doesn't mean anything at the moment. Only thing pointing up is the CCI. People buying a little bit, trying to take a nibble. And I can't say that I blame them, because this right here, that's amazing that failed. That's just a biggie. SPX, more of the same, no need to rehash. The bar isn't taking as much damage by the short-term moving averages because they're not all there yet, but way below the lower Bollinger Band. This thing's saving grace is that it has not taken out the previous floor here at, we'll just call it 1340. And yeah, good clip to go until we hit there. But the Dow already surpassing that, very bad. Maybe the SPX can save the day, but amazing. Everything falling down, everything. The VIX, oh yeah, look at that. It's a super fat body, spinning top, way outside the upper Bollinger Band, middle Bollinger Band, below everything, very bullish. Short-term moving averages just going to manhandle the long-term moving average bar. Just an incredible move after the hanging man yesterday. I would have thought that it would need to get back inside. Oh no, that's not the case. Also closing above the 20, which is psychologically important, and going up to test this previous high that we had back here, and yeah, kissed it, and it fell back a little bit, but everything pointing up. Very bullish. CompQ, the NASDAQ, yep, not as far as the Dow or the SPX, but still pretty darn impressive outside the lower Bollinger Band, middle Bollinger Band above everything, closing below the major price consensus level for the month. We were saying that this thing was holding up the market, and yeah, it's fallen on its face too. Its previous floor is farther away, almost about 91 points to the downside from here. Everything pointing down. XOI oil. Yeah, look at that. Terrible day for oil. Cut through the 200-day moving average like it was nothing. And yeah, the market about had a heart attack. And so perfect example of why we watch oil, or at least watch the correlation of oil. everything pointing down. This one is pretty darn shocking. That was, especially with everything that's going on with Iran and everything, just an amazing move. I don't know what to say about that. We have this previous floor down here at 1150, a good stretch away. So, boy, if this one is going to go all the way down and do that, or even the previous floor beyond that, wow, this market is in for a beating. And there just isn't anything to say beyond that. Apple finally had a little bit of weakness, and yeah, a little bit of weakness. Once again, getting a downtick. Downtick gives us a target of about 616. So there's something to play with there, and everything is rolling over. Everything. Is this the moment of Apple's fall apart? Maybe. I mean, we only have a real solid target of 616, which isn't really isn't too much, but it is what it is. TNA, look at that. Also breaking and closing below the previous floor, breaking the 200-day moving average and closing below it. Oof, that's so bearish. Short-term moving average is already getting past the long-term moving average bar, which is pretty darn incredible. And everything turning down with the exception of CCI, which is going sideways. Did that 200-day moving average break? Wow, it's just amazing. And there was a lot of buying there at the end, actually taking the volume for the day green, but nonetheless, market maker ruled the day. UUP, not. I mean, it went up, which is bad for the market. It didn't go up as much as it should have for the market to do what it did, which was reflected in oil, was not reflected in the dollar. Inside day, sideways on the 14-day RSI moving average, stochastics high, attempting to. It would appear like it's about to curl, but yeah, it's mixed. CCI up, RSI going sideways, histogram slightly up, MACD up. Not impressive. Not impressive. FXE very similar, spinning top, inside day, no uptick. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down, stochastics pointing down, a little mixed, but in the lower position. Up on the CCI, down on the RSI, down on the histogram, down on the MACD. Not attractive, but not, not like it's looking at the Dow or something. It's just like, ah. Anyways, XLF. Excuse me. Very ugly. We talked about that in the weekend video. I thought that there would be some kind of a bounce, that it wouldn't just be a race to whatever bottom it's going to have. But as of yet, it is a race to the bottom. So until it bounces, whenever that is, down she goes. Way below the lower Bollinger Band. Should be a warning sign. Wasn't yesterday, which is unusual. Middle Bollinger Band above everything, very bearish. Everything turning down. Everything clicking down. Ugly, ugly, ugly. And GE. Where are you? There you are. Trying to get a better read on the Dow. And notice there's a difference here. We have this low, it has not exceeded this low, unlike the Dow. Way below the lower Bollinger Band, closing below the major price consensus level of the previous month and the lower price consensus level of the previous month. Very bearish. This would appear to be the last hope of the bulls for a good long stretch, with the exception of the 200-day moving average. Everything taking down with the exception of the CCI. People taking a little nibble. And we looked at this for fun the other day. Riverbed. Yeah, ugly. Nicely below the 200-day moving average, below the lower Bollinger Band. Possible warning. Short-term moving averages breaking away from the long-term moving averages, and everything ticking down. Its floor at 23, definitely a possibility. GLD, second VIX. Yep, fear has returned, and didn't get above the major price consensus level, but still not a bad day. Fat body, hanging man or hammer, whichever you want to call it. We had the uptick yesterday. The uptick was resolved today. This bubble is fixed. Everything ticking up. In some cases slightly, but everything ticking up. SLV. Ending the day with a hammer and giving it an uptick target. Uptick target is 31.20. Not a bad move from where it's at, but now we have a little target to play with. That's nice. Not everything ticking up. CCI up, stochastics mixed. 14-day RSI moving average going sideways, up on the RSI, up on the histogram, sideways on the MACD, not nearly as strong as gold, but maybe this reversal candlestick will do something. And I think that's going to be about it for tonight. Kind of a short video, not too much to go over because there isn't too much to play with except for a few really important technical levels that were taken out, and going to see if there's any fight in the bulls whatsoever. I'm just kind of blown away that they have completely rolled over and have zero fight in them. It's pretty darn amazing. Alcoa beat, which was a surprise, probably giving a positive spin going into earnings. How that's going to play out, we just don't know yet. We won't know until tomorrow. Won't have any kind of a read on it, but nonetheless, pretty darn amazing. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.